Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals, people of all ages, we have some baby turtles. And look at them, they're so cute. I feel like really scared that if I walk towards them, I'm just gonna like accidentally step on them, and that really does make me nervous. But we have 4 turtles. I wish I had name tags. I would name them after the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I've discovered all by myself, didn't have to look this part up, that 4 eggs will yield 4 turtles. So that is very cool. Oh, they want some seagrass. Do I have some extra? Because if I have some extra, then we can grow one real quick. Oh, I have plenty extra, and we can always get a lot more. Seagrass is not something that's hard to come by. Here we go. Let's grow them up, and we can get a scoot. I actually don't know how to pronounce it. Let's see. I don't know how much it needs. Okay, this is looking like it's going to take all of it. Oh my gosh. I just wasted 1 stack of seagrass to get this guy to grow. Oh, hello! He grew! Oh, oh my... I just had a heart attack from that. Oh my gosh. That was terrifying. But we got ourselves a scoot. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. That scared the heck out of me. But hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Goat server. It is me, Curtis Does a Dig, and we are back again for another episode. We left off, we built our gold farm, we set up this next room for our carrot farm. If I can get down here. We set up this room for the carrot farm. It's looking really snazzy. I'll probably add some lanterns later, but we today are going to get started on this 3rd room right here, and it's going to be 3 times as big. So it's going to stretch out in this direction and in this direction to form a sort of T shape, or at least that's the idea I have going for it. And this is going to contain our pumpkin and melon farm. So I might do like all pumpkins on one side, all melons on the other, but that's going to take a while to set up because we don't really have a lot already. So we're just going to have to set it up with the observers and pistons right now, and later, as we get more pumpkins, as we get more melons, we'll just, of course, add them in, but it's going to be kind of a long process, but we'll eventually do that, and then we're going to have just tons, I tell you, of those items. And, you know, our carrots are doing good, too. Here and there, I've been farming them. Eventually, we probably want to do, like, our own carrot farm that'll be a little bit bigger than this. This is just kind of a temporary one. I do like the room layout, though. I think it's really neat. In the last episode, also, we have acquired a villager. I kind of cleaned up in here, too, you may have noticed. But we have added a villager back here, and I have completed all of its trades. It is now a master farmer, as you can see. I've been giving it some carrots for these emeralds. And I've also been collecting quite a bit of apples from him. And with these apples, I have been able to make this set over here of golden apples. We have now 64 and 19 golden apples, so 1 stack plus 19, and it's looking really good. And this villager also has golden carrot trades, which I have kind of put to use. Mostly I've been using the carrots from upstairs to get these, but we got a couple from the villager so far. I think we've gotten 6, so this is how many we farmed and changed using our gold farm, and then this is how many we've gotten from trades. But this guy also has suspicious stew trades. Now this one right here, this one's a weakness suspicious stew, and I'm still kind of waiting to get hungry so that I could use this one and see what it has. I'm hoping it's a saturation stew. That would be really, really cool, but I'm kind of waiting. We're trying to lower our hunger a little bit. I've been hopping around, and hopefully soon we get that hunger going down just a little bit. Okay, we have lowered it by a little bit. Let's drink this. What do we get? Okay, so they're both weakness then. That's useful information if I want to trick the other goat members, but that's about it. Well, you know, I guess all the trades can't be winners. Okay, I think I have decided on what blocks I'm going to use for at least the floor section. And I think I'm going to use the dark oak planks. Eventually I might switch this out for like some stripped dark oak as well, to give it some texture, but for now, this will do. And we're just going to bring it all the way around. We need to make 3 of these squares, basically, 1 on each side and then 1 in the center. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on that. Alright, and with that, the first module for this is done. We take a look. All of these are set up exactly how I want. So as these grow, the observer will detect the change. Oop, I heard one go off already. The observer will detect the change and the pistons will fire. If they are fully grown and a watermelon grows, the piston will actually knock them off. Oh, see, they just shot off right now. Into right here. So what we'll probably do is we'll set up some sort of water stream down right here. Maybe we'll put some blocks along the side as well. And that should be good for that. And we'll start getting some melons growing. In fact, one thing I should probably do, just to make sure the melons don't go flying, we can set up this right here. Now, okay, this is gonna make it a little bit more difficult though. Oh, actually no, this will be fine. Because, so I was thinking that because we have a block right here, we won't be able to get in and out of this area very easily, but because we have our observer right here, the pistons will actually shoot off in this direction, on the right and the left-hand side, which is actually very, very good for us, because what we can do, we could have our water stream going down this direction, and we could have a hopper right here to collect the watermelons. And then maybe when we do on the other side, we'll have another one right here for the pumpkins, because I believe this will be equal in size. It's basically the same setup for both the watermelon and the pumpkin, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But we do have to add in something below to keep the water from flowing out. And we're probably also going to need some ice to help bring the items towards where they need to be. Oh, you know what? This isn't going to work. We have nowhere to store this. We would have to put a chest underneath it. Here, we have chests right now. Let's do that. Put a chest right here. Okay. And then we have our hopper. And then we'll put the pressure plate on top, like so, and that should work, right? Break that. And then we can do another water over here. And then just to make sure the next water doesn't break that. Wait, was that as far as it could go? It looked a little weird. Okay, whatever, it's fine. We'll put the water right here. Okay, now items will get sucked up into that hopper. And into this chest. Now this is enough for 27 stacks of watermelon. I'm not sure if we're going to need more than that. if necessary, what we can do, in fact, that's what we'll probably do. We'll set it up like this. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Come on. Let's try that again. There we go. So that it kind of goes into here. This has enough for, I want to say 54 stacks of watermelon. This will have enough for 5 and then 27 up there. And that should be good. Now I want to check real quick. Let's just, I'm going to throw an item in here. I want to see if it can get up to the hopper or if it stops. There, nope, okay. If I throw it right here, will it get stopped? It does. So we are going to need that ice then, for sure. Okay, we have our ice. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of use these these pressure plates to prevent the water from getting through. Oh, that's where the water was. Oops. Anyway. Oh, there's blocks under this anyway. I didn't even think about that. Okay, no worries. We'll break that. So now it'll slide across right here. Whoops. I went a little bit further than I thought I was going to. And then we'll take some water. We'll put it right here. And so now it'll slide across regardless of how far it falls. So if I put it right here, it'll slide right across and into the hoppers, which it now has my bucket. So let me take that back because I'm going to need that for fixing this water over here. I'll pick that up, throw down this, break that, place down our next bit of ice, put that back down, break that, put down the water, and we are good to go for our first module. 100% ready for some melons. So eventually I'm going to add more on top of this. So we're going to have another layer and maybe a third layer for melons and then 3 layers from pumpkins. Right now we're just starting off with the melons because that's what the villager needs. The pumpkins will just be extra because then we could use that for just mainly composting, and then the melons specifically for the villager. We'll add the pumpkin farm later, but for now the melons are looking really good. Okay, and I guess by later I do mean right now. So let's go ahead and set this up real quick. It'll be very easy, just going to follow the same basic steps that we did before. Alright, I figure we might as well set up the last layers while we're at this. Oh my gosh, we're getting watermelon and occasionally some pumpkins stuck on the sides here, so we're going to have to figure that out. But we're going to add 1 more layer for the watermelons and then 2 more layers for the pumpkin, so let's go get that done. Alright, we have finished setting up all 3 layers of each of the pumpkin and melon farms. So we have both sets of farms right here. We have all 3 melon farms, all 3 pumpkin farms, all lined up. The water will sweep them away into the hoppers. I have one extra scaffolding up here because we are going to put a roof over this eventually. And then that'll lead to maybe some new rooms off on the sides. The walls are going to have to be figured out separately. I'm going to use melons for sure, and I think I'm going to do stripes, but I need to figure out what I'm going to do around the stripes. Now, I already used trapdoors along the sides right here, and that looked pretty good. And I might do something similar, because that'll be a very nice contrast, I think. I mean, otherwise I might be... Whoops! Didn't mean to fall off there, but okay. Otherwise, I'm really not really sure what to use. An issue that I did see was that we have our ice showing below. So we are going to want to fix that somehow. I mean, we're going to have to redo this bottom anyway, because this just does not look very good. It looks very, very, very basic and very flat, and I don't like that. So we're going to add something here to give it some, I'm going to call it flavor. We're going to try giving it some flavor. I also want to bring up that we have caught another zombie villager. This one's a librarian. Now, I like librarians. I think they're very useful for the enchanted books. However, I don't see that being something that I'll truly need at this point. But I would like a stonemason because I have been doing a lot of mining off camera. I got 14 diamond ores that we gotta break down later. But I have a ton of just regular stone. I have some granite, some andesite, some diorite, and so I might change this guy into a stonemason. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We got our golden apples right here. And we still only have 2 stacks. I ate all the rest of them. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing the golden apple crafting. But here, let's go ahead and get this guy changed. And we'll be back in just a second while we figure out what we're doing with the walls as well. Ooh, here we go. He has finally been cured. Let's break him out. Please enter the building. Thank you very much. And I would like you to become a stonemason. Yes, just like that. No, that is a toolsmith. You failed. Step 1. No! We gotta figure out the thing with the melons in just a second. But for now, let's get this guy locked into just some location. Why'd I keep my bed right here? He could have gotten out. I didn't even think about that. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll move that back over here again. And I kind of want to put... Actually, you know, we're going to move the bed somewhere else then. Right over here. And then we'll put the stone cutter over here. And I'll have to come all the way over here. Right? Oh, wait. I need my trapdoors. I didn't think about that. Trapdoors. Oh, are you... No, go. Stay in... No! You were just in there. Whew, okay. So that worked. A lot easier than it was for the other guy, for sure. We're just gonna hop up here. I'm gonna... Oh, I can't put this down. Oh, is it because of the torch? There we go. Whoops. Didn't mean to break that. Or that one. Now, I was messing around, like I said, with the blackstone and the watermelon. And I thought that would have been a good contrast. The only problem is the blackstone walls do not connect with the watermelon. And doing something like this is going to be too flat, I think. Maybe we could use the walls though, and the cobblestone will work as sort of a accent color for all three of these. So here's my idea for this, because we have like an outer rim sort of area, right? And so what I'm thinking is, will the blackstone block this? That's what I'm hoping for, actually. I want it to block that there's redstone there, if that makes sense. So if we do something like this, right? Okay, now let's take a look real quick at how that looks. Ooh. Okay. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, so we are going to do that then. So, let's get started on that. Alrighty, we have finished the walls for this room. We're using watermelon and blackstone walls, and I think it looks really, really nice. Now, the next step, and I'm going to save this for the next episode so I can think of some ideas of what to do for the roof, because the roof is also technically going to be the floor for the next level. So we're going to figure out what this next room is going to be, and I'm really excited to find out what it's going to look like. But oh my gosh, I'm so glad we have this melon farm going. I'm so glad that we have this texture going down the side. It is so nice. I'm so happy with it. Now you may have noticed that in my hotbar I have 2 books and quill. So let's talk about the first one right here. So this is a little mini game that Gort and I came up with for the members on the GOAT server. So this is Community Service, the game. Never sign this book. So never press this button right here. Intro. If you received this book, you must first complete the task on the last page, and then sneak this book into a non-AFK player's inventory with a new task written on a new page. No passing to the last player. I do want to clarify on this. What it means by no passing the last player is you cannot pass it to the person that you received it from. And to find out who you received it from, because let's say you weren't sure because this book had to be snuck into your inventory, what you can do is on the last page is your task, but the previous page should be the person who had it before you's task, so you'll know who that was. Failure explanation. A success requires the recipient to not notice the book being added to their inventory at the time of sneaking it in. If caught by the player, you must perform community service. You must attempt to pass the book within 1 week. I have to specify at the time of sneaking it in. So if they notice it later, or they were recording and caught it when they were looking over their video, that doesn't count as them noticing it. They have to notice it at the time of it being snuck in. Also, you must attempt to pass the book within 1 week. So that means you have 7 days as soon as you notice the book to pass it to somebody else. If you fail, you get another week. If you fail that one, you get another week, and so on and so forth. So now we have the failure service options. If caught by the recipient, they will choose the service you perform from the failure service options right here. Each service has its own criteria listed on pages 5 to 8. A. Gather/stock 1 shulker's worth of materials for the nether tunnels. Check stockroom before gathering materials to see what we need. B. 30 minutes of nether tunnel maintenance. Boat stocking, building, extending, repairing tunnels. C. Shopping district landscaping. Beautification. So, we're not really sure on how much time this will be. I'm going to label it as 30 minutes of it for now. And then we'll see how that goes. D. 30 minutes of deforestation in the gaming district. Keep materials acquired here in this district, in chest or shulkers. E. Perform a good deed for an uninvolved player of the failed recipient's choosing. So uninvolved player would be not the recipient and not the person passing the book. F. Donate to charity. Restock the chests for the new players. And those are the chests that we find at spawn that have all like the starter items that we give to new players. And G. Do the original task. So if the recipient that caught you wants you to do the original task that you were going to assign to them, then you gotta do it. This is gonna be how we guarantee that the tasks are fair and they're not too mean or too difficult to do, is that you won't task anybody with something that you wouldn't do yourself. Task log explained. Before passing, add the recipient's name and their task to the last page. No tasks that require giving somebody items, so you can't have somebody tasked with give me 50 diamonds or give somebody your base or something like that. No tasks that require a recipient to perform a prank, and no tasks that are mean. So no tasks that are like leave the server or leave the Discord or blow up your base or take down your shop. Nothing like that. And lastly, the task. So we have the name of the person that you're going to task, and then what their task is. And actually, just real quick, just to make sure the next person knows, I'm going to do Curtis does a dig. Pass this book to the next person. Okay? So that's my task. So now, on this page, what I'll have to do is I'll have to put in the person's name. So if it were Gort, and then I would put in what their task is, like make a rainbow. Whoops, I can't, if I can spell it. Make a rainbow out of non-dyed blocks. And then the second book and quill that I have, well, this is my fake community service book. It's a fake because I want to use it to see if they were paying attention. It's named exactly the same. We hover over it, community service the game, and I actually have a couple more of these. And it's mostly just so that if I want to test to see if somebody's like paying attention, like let's say they're mining, and then I just sneak up behind them, throw down the book, and if they don't notice it and they keep mining, then I'll just throw down the second one too. So that's my plan. So we are going to try to get this into somebody's inventory within the next episode. Anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, if you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and clicking that notification bell to get notified when I upload a video. If you're not following already, please consider following me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch, all at Curtis Does a Dig. I stream every Monday and Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and every Saturday and Sunday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as well. So please make sure you check that out, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one!